Hey, this is Zoe Williams of the Voice of Reason and Zoe What Morning shows here at Dash Radio. Listen, everybody on YouTube, you guys have been a tremendous support for my shows, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in every week and, participating. But I'm serious than a mug. We need your help on the GoFundMe campaign. We really want to do the VOR radio network, and I'm asking you personally, each and every one of you, we're over nearly 24,000 strong here on the channel. We need you to support by donating. Just click that little button down there and it'll take you directly to the GoFundMe campaign. It's gofundme.com/Zoe Williams. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. It continues our movement. It continues our forward progress. And I appreciate you all who have already donated. If you can do it again, I thank you so much. Thanks again. Zoe What? I'm out.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason. Here we go. It's Friday, and you already know what that means. The coldest relationship show in the game. Nobody's doing what we doing. Nobody's making you think the way we make you think. We got young ladies, seasoned ladies, and ladies somewhere caught in between. They supposed to drop some jewels on us. We want to know how women think. We kind of want to eavesdrop into their lives. Because I'm going to tell you right now, women are like quantum physics. There was a famous theoretical physicist who once said, if you talk to somebody and you ask them about quantum physics and they say they understand it, they're lying. Same thing with women. They never understand y'all. You think you got a bead on them? Yeah, that's her. I got it. This nigga's somebody else. She's always been somebody else. She's just somebody to you. Oh man, today's topic is going to shed light on a whole bunch of truth. Like roof. We gonna raise it. The truth is about to come out. Don't be lying. That's all I ask. Sarah.
Oh my goodness.
Don't be lying.
Why?
Just tell the truth. That's what we want to know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Voice of Reason. It's Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. on the west side, 7 to 9 on Central Time, 8 to 10 p.m. on the East Coast, the Beast Coast. Ladies and gentlemen, we about to have a hell of a topic. Created by this one over here.
Yes.
Fucking flower child. Jeez. I'm here to kill dreams. Yes, I'm going to be the antagonist, so just kind of deal with it. I don't really... Okay, cool. All right, before I get into today's topic, I got a couple of things I want to promote. You got to get your copy of The Relationship Dismount, How to Stick the Landing When Exiting a Toxic Relationship. You know what I'm starting to feel? I'm starting to feel like I came out with the follow-up to this book too soon. This book still has a lot of legs on it. A lot of people still don't know about it. And as they're discovering it, they're like, wow, this is an amazing work. I'm like, thank you. I'll make sure I tell Jesus that, I'm not Christian, so I'll make sure I tell God or whatever gave me the inspiration to write this. Thank you for you. But man, get your copy now. IamZoeWilliams.com. Physical copies you can only get from me. You can go to, what is that? What is the iStore called? Is it the iStore? Did I say it right?
Apple Store.
Oh, excuse me. Jesus. Apple Store, nigga. Okay, cool. You can go to the Apple Store and get it, download it on your phone into iBooks, or you can go to Kindle and grab it, do the same. But I prefer you get it from me. I make the most money that way. I'm greedy.
That's right.
I'm sorry. IamZoeWilliams.com. Don't play yourself. And then also, the follow-up is coming. I promise. I'm trying to have it out in September. It'll probably be more like February now. Listen, anybody who's ever written a book understands the real work is in the editing. This shit is hard. I think I'm on my 4th editor. And this time I made a mistake. I let a dude get involved. Dudes can never edit relationship books. We can write them, can't edit. For me anyway, I find that women understand my concepts better than men do. So I'm working on some really heavy shit and the women be like, oh, yeah, like this and like that. They make the connections. The dudes be like, huh? Okay, nigga. I wasted thousands. Okay, so again, this new book, The Holographic Relationship, you can pre-order a copy from my website, IamZoeWilliams.com. Get there now. And then we have 2 new ladies in the building right now that are going to add another perspective, another layer. I love layers. So we have Rachel.
Hello.
Tell everybody, hey, who you are, where you from, the deal.
Hey, I'm Rachel, and I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona.
One of them Arizonans.
Yes, the coolest people you'll ever meet.
Wrong.
Huh?
Wrong. Tell them where they can find you. What's your social media?
You can find me on Instagram at rachel.ariana, and that's RAYCHAEL.ARIANNA.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then next to you, there is Kat. I'm going to call her Kat. But she has a name. She'll tell you.
Peace and greetings. This is Kateria Knows. And you can find me on Facebook more so, and primarily you can also find me on YouTube and IG, all Kateria Knows. That's KATERIAKNOWS, like she knows some things. Not all things, but some things.
She knows a couple of things. Kateria Knows. Hey, I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if she knows what she's talking about on today's topic. Y'all better not come in here and lie to me today. That's all I got to say. Because this is a heavy topic. And this is an ongoing discussion about relationships. And I'm just tired of women selling us the bullshit. Okay, she's looking at me like she didn't come up with this topic. You know this is a caller-driven show. The phone number to dial is 323-230-4610. Today's topic. Oh, I got questions. Is true love real or nah? A deeper look into whether or not agape resides in most relationships. I use agape on purpose. The Greek word means unconditional love. I haven't met a woman, and I'm not saying that they don't exist. Well, I kind of am. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but I haven't met a woman who's loved a man unconditionally. I've met women who love their children unconditionally. that love for them kids be way different than that love for the nigga you made him with. That's all I got to say now. I need to know, is it real for y'all? Or is it only real after you bear children? Eek. A deeper look. Do you niggas have agape, or is it diet love? Or what kind of love do you have for men? You got all of these standards, all of these principles. Oh my God. Is that in fact a condition? Which is in fact a barrier to unconditional love? Whoa. Hey, this is kind of harsh. They in trouble. They don't know what to do. Listen, I've got questions. What are the limits of unconditional love? Are there limits? Jeez, what are the limits of love, period? Is unconditional love based on doing/behavior or being? Do you have to do some shit? Oh my God, do you gotta keep doing some shit? And then once you stop doing shit, is the love gone? Y'all be playing. Is love between intimate lovers deeper/more meaningful than love shared between family members? I.e., is blood always thicker than water? Yeah. 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Wow. Have you ever, this is a tough one. Have you ever actually loved someone, or was it just a very deep attachment to them? Do you know the difference between love and attachment? Eek.
Good one.
Is there more fear in the world than there is love? Eek. Yeah. In light of last week's show,
yes,
or in light of the last show Wednesday, we have to ask the question now: does love hurt? Physically, emotionally, financially, psychologically? Does it hurt? Is it supposed to hurt? Wow. I was always taught that love should be enough to sustain a marriage or a relationship. Is that true? The number to dial is 323-230-4610. We want to know. We want to know. We want to know. Tell us your stories. Tell us your heartbreak. Is love real? Or are you like me? A love agnostic. Ugh. I know y'all don't like me right now, but I don't give a damn. Cause it be the woman that be playing games with these love conversations. Yeah, put them on. It be the women. I can't get serious unless you serious. You gotta be about that business. Woo woo. Then you guys don't know how to love. Love isn't an investment, is it? Oh shit. Let me get out the way and see what these crazy ladies have to say regarding today's topic. We got Sarah, we got Kat, we got Rachel, and Mimi, mistress of the monkey.
Hey.
All right, here we go. It's going down in the town. I want to hear from you girls. Well, is it real or no?
Well, should I start off with what I feel unconditional love is?
Well, is it real or no? You tell me. You could tell me what unconditional love is. You can tell me anything. This ain't church. I ain't gonna believe you.
When I think of unconditional love, I first think of God, and in most cases, parents. Now, I don't think unconditional love comes easy. When I think of unconditional love, it's love that obviously has no condition, meaning almost no matter what that person does, you are always going to love them. I think what people forget is that you have to love yourself first. So someone can do something wrong and wrong you, and you can step away from the situation but still love them. And it takes a hell of a person to say, you did me wrong, but I still love you. We're not going to be together, but I still love you. And I don't think we have too many people like that. I'm not like that.
Just very few hell of a people out there.
Yes,
okay, cool.
I'm not a hell of a person. I'm not gonna lie to anybody.
I totally agree with what she stated. I do believe in unconditional love. I do feel like we put too much on that word when we think of unconditional love. I feel like all love has a certain amount of responsibility. Even the Creator loves us no matter what we do, will always love us, but will still reprimand us if we are doing something wrong. So when it comes to love, when it comes to unconditionally loving my man, I'm going to unconditionally love him and just love him for who he is. But does that mean I'm going to accept his poor behavior or his lack or his, him not taking care of certain responsibilities? I'm going to tell him, you need to handle this or you need to take care of that. But I'm going to still love you. If you cheat on me, it's going to hurt me, but that's not going to take away me actually loving you. I'm not going to stay in the relationship, allow you to hurt me because I do love myself, but that still doesn't take away the fact that I love you. All of my exes, I still love them all. And it's the same with children. I know we separate the love from children and relationships and things like that, but we say that mothers unconditionally love their children, but yeah, we unconditionally love our children. At the same time, if they're doing something that they should not be doing, we tell them, no, you need to sit down, you need to knock it off. They get on punishment. We take their tablets. We still punish them. The same type of thing that happens in romantic partnerships and relationships. So
I'm learning.
Just because
this seems interesting here. Hold on. Let me chime in a little bit. Are you telling me because you can't punish your man, you can't love him unconditionally? Because you can't reprimand him?
You can.
You gave us those examples. I'm just.
You can reprimand. You can reprimand your partner, but of course, it will be drastically different than how you would reprimand a child. You could reprimand them by not going to an event that they want you to go to, or possibly not cooking dinner that night, or just stating that you want to take a bit of a break. Going somewhere is different forms of punishment.
Listen, you can be mad all day long. Don't mess with the food. You keep that damn meal on the table, and we good.
No, I'm not cooking tonight. You made me really upset. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go out to eat by myself.
But you still love him, which is still unconditional love.
Exactly.
And I also think that with unconditional love, to your point, it's so much of a nourishment for the other person. So sometimes they might not hear what they want to hear, but you might be telling them that because it will make them a better person.
Yes.
And so sometimes it's not always going to be so sunny outside if you're telling them about themselves and how they can work on things because you love them. You're not going to be an enabler to some of the more negative aspects or some of the things that they might need to work on.
Exactly.
Wow. Are you guys listening? I hope the men out there are really paying attention to what the ladies are saying because you already know I'm coming back.
We know.
When I come back with the fire, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Mimi, step in here, please. Save these women from me.
Well, I definitely believe that there is unconditional love, but in today's society, people don't practice it. We're sitting here saying that, but people are really not practicing what they're preaching. A lot of times you could be in a relationship with someone and let's just say he comes home and the next morning, a lot of nights, you're definitely going to say, hey, what's going on here? Because you're spending your time elsewhere, and therefore that's going to make you sad inside. Therefore, it's going to build a wall in the relationship, and the relationship is steadily being torn down because of the situation. And unfortunately, because we're unable to talk to each other as we should be able to, when you begin to build up walls, everybody's building a wall. He's building one, I'm building one. And if that's happening, the relationship is crashing, which is unfortunate because we should be people that practice what we preach. In other words, we should stick and stay because we have a good man and he has a good woman. But unfortunately, I think when people get hurt and you tell your girl, hey, he didn't come home again last night, your girl's like, girl, he got another man. Another woman, or a man, you know what I mean, or whatever he's got going on.
Are y'all ready for me to crush all the bullshit y'all been saying right now?
Yes.
I'm not even gonna put myself on camera. Y'all don't want me to be on camera doing this to y'all.
You can try.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna leave y'all on camera. First and foremost, there's a difference between unconditional love, which is an emotion and an energy, and unconditional relationships.
Okay.
A lot of times, like Kateria, y'all mix unconditional relationship with unconditional love. And you can't do that. Unconditional relationship is business. It's work. It's things you have to do and maintain. It's gender roles. It's responsibility, as she pointed out. But unconditional love has nothing to do with unconditional relationship.
Right.
The reason why unconditional relationship doesn't work because it's an agreement. And what agreement you know that humans make that they keep?
Not many.
And there we have it.
Not
Back
many.
to unconditional love. Too much fear on the planet for us to really experience that. So then we come into the fucking relationship with a political agenda. The policy of me. This is how you get the 80-20 rule.
Right.
I need A, B, C, D, E, F, G to be done, or this shit ain't working.
Right. That's true.
I don't believe women can experience love within a society. Social game rules fuck your intuition up. Who's ready to deal with Zoe today?
True.
That's why I ain't even on camera. I don't want nobody to see me doing this to y'all. You pick this topic.
I got things to say. Go ahead.
Well, I'll wait. Go ahead, Sarah.
Okay. All right. Yes, you do have a point when it comes to society and the things that it places on us, especially as Black women. There's so many things that we're told that we should have in a man, especially when you start listening to your friends, your father, your mother. And then if you fall in love with someone who maybe falls outside of that.
Fall in attachment or fall in love?
If you're in a relationship with someone outside
Is love
of,
down? Do you have to fall into it?
I'm just
okay,
using
cool.
the term
I just want to be clear.
but it's more of like
Right.
an ascent.
Right.
But if you start dealing with someone outside of those standards and perceived ideas that maybe someone else has put into your mind, you might start to resent the person a little bit. You might bring that energy into the relationship, and as a result, you might be blocking the experience of love. So I do agree with that, actually.
Do you agree that women do that more than men?
I think that both men and women run. I mean, I've dated someone before and they say, oh, this is getting too good. Sometimes when things get too good for people, they run off because they're scared of how good it feels. They're like, I can't control myself. If I keep this up, I'll lose control. And people have a fear of losing control over their emotions, because when you lose control over your emotions, it's not like losing control of something else. It's like you truly have lost control because you can't stop thinking about this person. You can't stop wanting to be with this person. You could be out on a date with someone else and your mind can be on someone else because they've got your mind. And I think that sometimes men and women, when they're into someone too much, some people get scared and then they back off. I've even had a relationship with someone, we were getting tight, like I say, like in 2 months.
That's why I don't be returning your calls, Mimi.
That's why
I can see this girl's a black hole. I get caught up. I'm not finna get caught up in Mimi.
Right,
Shit.
it becomes a problem.
They
You
be
know?
like, where's Zoe? You have Mimi house. No, I ain't going over there, nigga.
Right. I'm staying away. And that happens to people. You know what I mean? They get scared because they have a fear of losing control over something they know they'd have no control over. Because love is something you can't see. It's something you can't feel. It's something you feel within. You know, you feel it, but it's an inside feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that men and women both do it, and people run like hell if they've been hurt before. You know what I'm saying? It might feel too good.
Let me ask all of you this. Is love a spiritual experience or an emotional one?
Spiritual and emotional. I say both.
I say both as well.
I say it should be spiritual. And I don't think people do that as much. We rely on emotion more than we should.
I think it's spiritual. I think you have to kind of transcend emotions. in order to achieve.
Yeah, I
like
agree.
Love, like the agape love that we're speaking of.
Okay, so another question is love and God, not dogmatically speaking, not culturally speaking, but whatever that is it synonymous?
Yes.
So you got rules for God?
For me,
No. I have no rules for God.
You can't have rules for God.
But I believe that we accept what God does. In other words, tomorrow, hypothetically, someone losing someone in their family and they're young, they say, let God have their way. Even though they're upset of the loss of this person, they realize they have no control. It's all in God's will. So I think when it comes to God, it's like, you obviously, you can't control God. God is God all by himself. He needs no introduction. He does not need your help. So whatever he decides to do, you have to basically accept that because he's God all by himself.
Something that I want to say on God. When people talk about God, they talk about God as if God is the total creator. How I see God, we have a creator, and that creator has two aspects to it. And that would be God, and that's the energy of love and creation, creativity, and it's also feminine in its energy, non-gender. And then, but a part of the creator, we also have the destroyer, the destructive energy, death, killing, the transformative energy. So the creator is all in all. The creator is everything, but God is one aspect of the creator, which does represent love and life and beauty and healing.
Making my point.
But Jesus came to. No, this is the thing. See, God.
Here comes Jesus.
No, because God, God was a little bit more disciplined when if you look at the First Testament, you know what I mean, and you look at that, God was. How can I say this? He would wipe out a whole nation if things weren't going properly. But when Jesus came so that was kind of like our peace. He came to give us life and life more abundantly. Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit, obviously they're one and the same, but there still are different counterparts to it. And Jesus came to give us a different, it's like he died for our sins. So, you know what I'm saying? It gave another attribute to the look at him. He's like, oh my God.
I need some church music.
Oh goodness.
Get ready.
What about the people who aren't Christian?
I was gonna say I think you can't really have that conversation or like that real argument because that only caters to a certain person, like people.
Get ready.
Yeah. Versus the whole like overall universe feeling.
I
get
agree.
it. Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
And I think that when it comes to love, like we were mentioning before, I think in relationships, unconditional love, loving relationships, you can get closer to God. And I think that's kind of what you mean by love is God. That's how I see it.
I'm gonna flip it another way.
Okay.
Joseph Campbell, right? Hero with 1,000 masks, 1,000 faces. Incredible historian. It was Joseph Campbell who inspired George Lucas to create Star Wars. Because what I loved about Joseph, he understood that culture was a symbol. And so every time I hear some shit, I mean, the universe is giving me this gift. Every time I hear something that may appear to be divergent or oppositional to relationships, I make it into a relationship concept. So again, George created Star Wars from the inspiration of Joseph Campbell. Campbell said, the word culture means symbol. So I take that and go, well, you have the ring, you have the dress, you have the ceremony, which is a symbol. But do you have what those symbols symbolize? And most people will go for the symbol because it's easier to attain than what the symbol symbolizes. Joseph Campbell also said, true marriage is not the ceremony. He said, true marriage happens when you recognize God in your partner. You can't recognize God without self-love, right? Can't love yourself before you love him. How many relationships out there right now are coping mechanisms for wounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many.
Yes.
The phone lines are lighting up. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. I'm a love agnostic today. You can't tell me love is real unless you can prove it. Prove it to me. Show me your love. Show me the hell you've been through and how that hell made you better. Show me how you resisted fighting the hell flames while you was getting roasted. Oh, shit! 323-230-4610. And then I want to hear from the fairy tale people who ain't never been through nothing, but they deeply in love. I want to hear that shit too.
Right.
I don't know how big this reach is, but I believe it's big. 323-230-4610. You're listening to the voice of reason. Listen, he's normally with us on the Zo What Morning Show on Monday mornings, 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 2 hours of fire. Are we open this Monday? Yep. Y'all remember that dude in the car that was going off on religion with the beard? He had just left the church. He was in the car. It went viral. And he was talking about how the preachers is lying. They know the truth.
Yeah.
He'll be on the show Monday. And that's gonna be our topic. Ooh. But our DJ, who normally joins us on the Zo What show, is joining us today. DJ Julian Ramirez is about to hit us with a quick mega mix. I don't know what you got for us. If it's Mobb Deep, if it's Prodigy, I don't know what you got, son. But we gonna let you ride for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and finish throttling the logic of these young ladies. We'll be back. DJ Julian Ramirez with the hot mix. That's what this show been missing, Pam.
Yeah.
DJ Julian Ramirez. Follow him on all social media at DJ Julian Ramirez. Twitter, IG, DJ Julian Ramirez. Yeah. I'm in here. I got the girls dumbfounded.
See.
Which is what I do. I'm a professional at it. We're talking about love. And I'm taking the positionality of the love agnostic. Or maybe even the love atheist. I'm against love right now. And the burden of proof is on the women in this room who claim they have it to share so freely with others. Oh, I love unconditionally. Nigga, I hate you. You know how y'all are. So stop fronting. I just don't believe you guys have it until you have some type of spiritual experience. And typically that spiritual experience comes through having a kid. I'm sorry. Kids are amazing mirrors. Maybe the other mirrors in your life are perpetually foggy. Oh, God. Let me ask you this. Does unconditional love bring in intimate relationships, in the context of intimate relationships, what you need what you want / desire, or what you deserve?
Right.
Huh? Sarah?
Say that again. What you need, what you want, what you desire.
Mm-hmm.
Does unconditional
or
love
deserve?
Or deserve. I think unconditional love brings what you need.
Interesting. Why need? Why did you choose Slytherin?
Slytherin?
Yes, the House of Slytherin.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. The Harry Potter fans know.
I haven't read the book.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or watched the movie. But
Jesus.
Because alluding to my point before about unconditional love being nourishment, it's supposed to, in my opinion, it's supposed to help nourish your soul and bring you closer to God. So, I mean, wouldn't that be something that everyone needs?
But sometimes that would hurt.
It's okay.
How often do you run away from pain?
Often.
Wow, here we go. 323-230-4610. This is what I'm drilling down to. Goodness. So you run away from nourishment in relationships.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, this is beautiful.
You said we weren't going to tell the truth. I'm telling the truth.
Well, hey, somebody give you a cookie.
High five.
Anyway, I'm just saying, though, this is the real conversation that needs to be had, because sometimes people think that Disney, just like Dante's Inferno, created the concept of hell in the Bible. Before that, we didn't have a place, a suite, where there were rooms for people in hell. That guy, Dante, painted a picture of what hell looked like, and the Catholic Church said, you know what? That shit is pretty good. That's what it is. We're going to say that that's what hell is. Dante's Inferno. Well, Disney came along, and then after Disney came Babyface. And then y'all got this concept of romanticism, this wild concept that love is all good and love is not painful and love is not hurt. But sometimes the lessons, and all lessons are blessings. There's no distinction between the two. Anytime you learn some shit, you've been blessed. Sometimes that shit hurt. I want to hear from the runners, the people who are running from the pain. 323-230-4610. What's your definition of love? Can you prove it to me? Call me now. 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from? Speak on it.
Hello.
Hell is low. Welcome to the cauldron.
What's up, man? It's Jack from Honolulu.
Jack from Honolulu. Is love real or fake?
I'm trying to determine that. Right now, I think it's a bit of both.
Come on, you got to get out of the tsunami.
To me, I think you hit a couple points that I'm gonna have to reflect on when you said love is when you see God in your mate, and to check if your mirrors are foggy with your children and your spouse. And so I feel like I'm gonna have to do that. But to me, if God operates off of truth, love, and joy, and my spouse isn't doing that, then there's an issue. So I think really love is really about acceptance. If you can accept someone as they are, I mean that's
Jack.
That's big.
Jack, you just hit a home run. You can't hold on, you gotta watch that ball fly over the fence. Okay? Don't just try to run back to the dugout now. Just watch it sail over the fence.
Okay.
You said love is acceptance. Let me drill down further. Ladies, who is more accepting with regard to gender? Do men accept women more, or do women accept men more?
I don't think, I can't just generalize that. There are some men who accept women more, and there are some women who will accept men more.
Well, it has to be general. It can't be absolute. We don't know everybody.
Right.
We can only speak of in a general way.
Right.
So generally speaking,
I would not be able to answer that because I feel that people are so individualistic.
Really? What about groupthink?
I'm going to say men. I think men accept more, because how many times have we heard the argument and the story of, women's standards being over the top and
will leave a relationship
pushing away relationships and love because they don't have the materials that we think that they should have.
Ooh.
That's what I'm going to say.
But what are a man's standards? I mean, very often,
do we need them?
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes men, the standards of men, maybe this is actually just proving your point. Sometimes the standards of men are like, is she cute?
Yeah, they're superficial.
Does she have a nice body? Can she cook?
No,
right. Sometimes.
I don't know which men you're talking about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
And then sometimes men have a buffet. So therefore, they don't have to have all the standards in one person because they got 5-6 broads making up the one broad.
Hey, we were talking about God earlier, okay? We were talking about God earlier.
I'm just saying,
okay.
like women don't normally. I mean, of course, there's some, but women don't primarily have 5 and 6 boyfriends.
Hey, don't blame God for the way He made it.
Oh goodness.
I'm not blaming God, but I'm agreeing to the fact that women, they feel like they deserve, they have a list of standards. I deserve to be in a nice house. I deserve to drive this. I deserve to have that. I deserve to have this and that. Men don't primarily think like that. Of course, there are some that do, But men, the difference in a man, though, he may have more options. There's more women in the world than men, and some men have more than one girlfriend. So that one girlfriend is making up one big girlfriend. In other words, one girl got a job, the other one don't. One girl got a big booty, the other one don't have a booty. I mean, I'm just saying, one of them smart, the other one dumb. He gonna learn from one and tell the other one what he learned. Baby, I can teach you how to do this and that because he learned it from his other girl. He wants them all to wear their hair the same. You feel me?
Well, I feel different.
Can we all say amen?
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
I feel different from that perspective because just in my own experience, I have accepted my partners for their downfalls and loved them unconditionally. And I have friends who have also done the same, not expecting, because I date black men, not expecting them to have it all together. So I naturally go into a partnership with a black man not having these certain standards. My only standard is that you are honest and you truthfully love me. And I'm going to bring to the table what I have to offer. And if you are working on certain things, then we're going to work together because this is a love unionship. So I have been on the other part of that and have friends who have been as well.
Well, Jack, you see what you've done? You've created a fucking hornet's nest all the way from Hawaii.
I got something to add to it.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Speak on it, Pam.
So, first, I forgot to say hello to all the ladies in there. I appreciate all the
and they all bad. They all bad.
I know. I see them without.
I mean, like, damn, my nigga, like, damn, I'm up in here, homie. I got options.
But yeah, I think you were asking earlier, is love being or doing? To accept, you have to be there. You have to, and that's what
breaking
the
up.
presence of the other. Anything other than that is not love. You can't base love off of, well, this is what I want you to do, because that's more control. Absolutely. That's where the standards come in.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man, I can smoke.
Limitations come in, sorry.
I can smoke a whole bag of that, homeboy. I appreciate you from calling in during a thunderstorm. It's all good. You always welcome to call in, Jack from Honolulu. The phone lines are open. This shit is amazing. I'm learning a lot about the women here. You guys don't really know what love is, but yet you seek it. How can you seek something you have not found within yourself? Eesh. Lord, have mercy, Jesus. These children are in trouble. Save them, Lord. What is the difference between conditions and standards? Is there a difference? What are some of the things that can be tolerated or worked through in an unconditional relationship? And when do you decide to let go? Notice I said unconditional relationship. See, an unconditional relationship means we are committed to working through whatever the issue is. There's no issue that could tear this relationship foundation down. That's a hard place to be in, an unconditional relationship, because in order to be in an unconditional relationship, you have to have adequate tools. Listening, right? Empathy, emotional IQ, intellect in general, and then spiritual evolution in order to be in an unconditional relationship. Now, an unconditional relationship is much different than unconditional love. Unconditional love is just that. It's synonymous with God. It's everything. It's the creative force of everything. If you have that, which I doubt most people have, what we've just described with regards to the tools necessary for maintaining an unconditional relationship, what most people have is a faulty relationship that is operating not on acceptance, but tolerance. And tolerance is always what I call the volcano effect. It's only a matter of time before that shit blows. Because you're tolerating each other. How many people are tolerating each other right now and you claim you love each other? Call me right now, 323-230-4610. I know you bullshitting. I know agape is hard to have.
It is.
Very hard.
It's so hard to have that it's almost not real. but it's so real that it could transform your entire existence if you glimpsed it. How many of you motherfuckers in love with your ideas more so than your partner? From your ideas come your expectations. How many of you motherfuckers are just in a twin flame relationship, full-blown relationship with your expectations?
Right.
Hard to be in love, my niggas. I'm gonna make it hard on y'all in here today. When you leave here, you're gonna look at your boyfriend. It's different. Y'all gonna be like, I don't love this nigga. Mimi, speak on it.
I think when you meet someone, you already have expectations. Like growing up, as a kid, you're watching Cinderella and you're watching all these fairy tale. You're watching Disney and you're watching this presumed perfect life. And I think that puts a stereotype in a young girl's mind of what she expects. You know what I'm saying? So I think it happens as a child.
Clean it up for him, Mimi.
You know what I'm saying? I think it happens as a child. I think that even if you're in a house and it's, let's just say it's not a healthy relationship with your parents, you're still looking at this relationship on television because you're hoping to have that. And I think what happens is we take that and we run with it as an adult. We keep feeding into that, not realizing that the chances of you having a fairy tale relationship like Cinderella and having that type of thing doesn't always happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we grow up with unreal expectations of what that relationship should look like. So, and I think when you meet someone, let's just say tomorrow I go on a date with someone, I may not tell him what I expect, but in my mind, I saw Cinderella, for example, and I'm expecting, to be treated like a queen. I'm expected to be courted.
Queen means whore.
You know what? You funny, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm expected. I'm expected to be treated a certain type of way, but unfortunately, that's not like how life is.
Right.
You know what I mean? That person has been through something themselves. They may have their own guards up because maybe they were with a woman who didn't appreciate the good man that he was. There are good men out there, but they may have ran across a bad woman. All women are not good women.
Oh, this is big. Let me dig in here. A good man, you say?
Yeah, a good man. Yeah. There are good men out there, but that good man might be tainted himself.
Well, let's go deeper.
He may have ran across.
Let's go deeper.
Okay.
What is your definition of a good man? All of you, Mimi.
I think a good man is a listener. He's a communicator. He is someone that spends time with you. He is someone that cares about your thoughts. You're not talking to him. He's like, oh, here she goes again with that talk. He's actually listening to what you're saying. And he may even have advice of a direction that you should go in.
That's only if you feel like taking it, but go ahead.
Right. But I think a good woman should listen to what her man has to say. A person that thinks they know everything doesn't know shit. Okay? Because you don't know everything. You feel me? So I think that a good woman should listen to what her man says, and he should listen to her as well, because she may see something he doesn't see.
Fire.
That's why it's important that you find someone that's like-minded, that God puts you with, because the team together can be explosive. It can be an empire.
Okay.
So you're powerful separately, but you come together as one, and you build something. So I think a good relationship is a building where you're building. It's like building blocks. We started here and we're building like almost a house together.
All right. Rachel, what is your idea of a good man? Mimi is turned up. I love Mimi. This Mimi's topic, right? God damn it, you build an empire. That's what you do. You feel each other like that.
Right.
Fucking Pisces is on fire right now.
All right. Listen to me.
Okay, here we go. Here's the Cancer.
The world is a crazy place, and I go out every single day, and I deal with nonsense. And so when I come home, I need my man to bandage me up, talk to me, build me up again. What do you mean? Yes, he is.
Playing.
He does all the time. My man does, and that's what I think a partner is supposed to do in any relationship. As to piggyback off of what you were saying, I need you to build me up, and I need you to stimulate my mind and help me grow. I'm figuring myself out. You should be figuring yourself out, and together, I'll take some of you, you'll take some of me, and together we're going to be the best possible people we can be. That's all I want from my partner. That's it. Help me out.
I can smoke a bag of that.
A good man to me is so many different things. When I think about men, I think about masculine energy from a cosmic space. In the universe, a man is the sun, and what does the sun do? It ignites us. It gives us energy. It gives us life energy so that we could grow and we could blossom. I think of man as a seed, and we are like the fertile ground. So that seed is implanted into us, and then we're able to create, based upon what that seed has given to us. I also see the man as being like the charger to a phone. The phone can't work if it's not charged, So I see the man as an energy, a life force energy where we're able to create based upon that. But if a man is a bad seed or a poor dim light or a bad charger, then we're not able to grow much from that or, exemplify or exude the energy of, his energy. So a good man would be someone that gives love, that gives rightful energy for you to be able to grow and create different things. A good man is someone that is assisting with providing. A good man is someone that has your back, that is that strength for you, all of those things. And a real good man is not going to deviate you from your natural feminine essence and energy of intuition and all the other mystical things that women represent. He's gonna allow you to be water and add to that water purity and beautiful energy.
Okay, I could smoke some of that. That was
lovely.
That was hella floaty.
Whatever.
Sarah.
I guess mine is a bit more simple. So my mother always told me as a kid, and this pertains to a lot of things, but she said,
this
principal.
Is love.
What is that? Wow.
Oh, wait.
It's a dog on a pole.
Oh, God.
Because the radio, they can't see it.
Right.
But what was I saying? Oh, my mother. So my mother told me as a kid, principles only mean something when you stick by them during inconvenient times. And I think that speaks to integrity. So if a man has integrity and a good heart, so many of the other things will kind of fall into place, like honesty and how they treat you.
So can you have that man if you yourself are not integrous?
No,
and honest?
I don't think so.
Absolutely. He's not able to reflect that to you. Because relationships really are mirrors, like you stated earlier.
And sometimes you don't notice. Yeah, you won't notice it if you don't see it in yourself. Or if you don't have it to see it.
True.
So you really have to be self-actualized.
Yeah.
Yes.
For unconditional love, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for
No,
for love.
For anything in life.
Well, yeah.
Right. No unactualized being gets to experience the higher essence of what it means to be alive as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have low vibrational thoughts, you deserve a low vibrational dude.
Right.
You can't be sitting there fantasizing on super nigga and you just regular.
Super
nigga. Right.
But you probably wouldn't even fantasize about that.
You would. It's a lot of motherfuckers out there.
Right. They looking for Captain Sable.
They really think they deserve.
But they don't. If you're not self-actualized, I'm not saying I am, but I'm just trying to think how would you even know?
I'll do it another way.
How would you even know what there is to achieve if you haven't been there?
I'll do it another way, and then we're gonna get another fly mix from my homeboy DJ Ramirez. I'll do it another way. So I love quoting this guy's stuff. He is a professor out of UCLA. Benjamin Kearney. He wrote a book called Intimate Relationships. I tell people to get it all the time. It's on my damn website. It's an expensive book, though. It's $80. It's their textbook. He is a relationship scientist. This is what they do. They study relationships. Now, he'll tell you, regardless of class, people who are in relationship, you will find that their partner is either 5 ticks behind them in development, social development, or 5 ticks ahead of them. But that 3 to 5 ticks really isn't that big of a gap.
Right.
So a lot of people are sitting here thinking, because there's a power dynamic in relationship. A lot of people are sitting here thinking, I'm smarter than them, I'm better than them, I'm doper. No, you got what you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what people fail to realize. In every relationship scenario, you do not get what you want. You do not get what you need. Mm-hmm. You get what you are.
Okay.
Every single time. You can't get something that you're not, because vibrationally, that's not what you are.
Right.
So you got a lot of motherfuckers, and then guess what happens? You want what you want, you desire what you desire, you evaluate what you got, and then you getting ready to get rid of that in hopes of getting what you want, when in fact, you are not that. Do you know the level of perpetual disappointment you've gotten on that merry-go-round? Just round and round mediocrity, leaving relationships because you're not getting what you think you deserve. All you have to do is raise your vibration. You'll find when you raise your vibration, breakups are easy. Because the person you with feels the shift.
You're right.
It's not even something that you got to sit down and be like, hey, let me holler at you about some things, No, they feel it.
Everybody feels it.
They might even come to you and be like, this isn't really working.
Right.
They might break up with you because you've elevated.
Or step up their game.
But not, it's hard. It's hard to do that. And I'll tell you why. Because people get it at different times. Your woman might understand something. And when I say something, it could be emotional. It could be an emotional upgrade. She might have gone through something on her unique path that caused her emotional understanding to up level.
Yeah.
Shit, you can't get that.
Right.
You can't. That you ain't on her path. You're not on her path. So what has that? You can see it, you can feel it, and it may have an influence on you. But what is more important is the path you're on. Now, if you so happen to fall into a situation that causes a similar upgrade, just know it's not going to be the exact upgrade. Right. It's not going to be the exact understanding. It might be a complementary one or a contrasting one.
Yeah.
See, people think relationships is simple. All you got to do is do this. No.
I still do think there's some simplicity to it. So if we go back to what Mimi was saying about how, you kind of build a house, or, we're building a road together. So if I just went through some kind of growth and you feel it, and you go through a different kind of growth, we're building a path together.
Or none
so
at
it's
all.
like, hey, help me understand what you just went through. I'll help you understand what I'm going through. And together, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to work on it. And who better to teach me than you, because you're ahead of me.
That's where we differ.
Where? How?
In the spirit realm, I can't teach you spirit.
Yes.
Okay, so what?
I can't teach you.
So I was speaking from a personal situation. And one thing that I would say I am ahead in my relationship is motivation. Like I got that ambition, baby.
But of
he's
course you're
ahead.
Cancer.
And then what he's ahead in is his mentality, like how positive he chooses to be, and because the mind's a powerful thing.
So watch this. Let's dig into it.
Okay.
Why do we qualify ambition as a good quality?
Because at the end of the day, I'm going to get to where I need to be.
Right. And I'm not saying it isn't a good quality. I'm saying, how do we define it as such?
How do we define ambition?
Because I'll tell you, it is good.
Proactive.
It is good in this society. This is a capitalistic society. So you're supposed to take advantage of situations. So ambition and go-get-itism is good here.
Right.
But is that necessarily good for love?
Yes. Okay. So you're saying ambition as far as one aspect. What about ambition as far as self-growth? I'm ambitious to learn about myself. I'm ambitious to be a better me.
Right.
So you're just saying from like a societal point of view.
Right. But here's the thing. Is spirit something you can go track down?
I was going to say something similar about that. It's like in a lot of like Eastern spirituality, a lot of like you read like the Bhagavad Gita or just any of the Eastern spiritual works, a lot of it is not so much about trying to achieve something. It's more about accepting who you are and where you are and kind of like stillness.
But this is why I say
this
is why I say she brought up a very big point. Because ambition is very key to a lot of it's a key ingredient to a lot of American relationships.
Yeah.
Relationship goals.
Yeah.
Now Jay-Z has dropped his lemonade, right? And everybody talking, but everybody's like, wow, them two. Those are goals.
Yeah.
3 kids, both of them about to be billionaires. That's it. Black. Now they're starting to get a little revolutionary. This is the perfect shit. But if you listen to both those albums, whether it be fact or fiction, they've been through some hell.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of motherfuckers who don't want to go through hell.
Yeah.
You better turn on Shaka Khan. As a matter of fact, I'm about to bring in my I'm about to bring in my homeboy DJ Julian Ramirez. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna give you a little minute to get this. I want you to play, cause he ain't got it. Watch, he's 22. I like fucking with his age. I'm sorry. He 22. I'm gonna ask for a record. You gotta play Shaka Khan, Through the Fire.
Good one.
You know it.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
Oh, I know it
motherfuckers. No, you don't. Stop.
Through the fire.
She proved to us
that
that
she
she
that again.
Whoa. This nigga jumped over the shark. Okay, cool. Before we go to break, I'm gonna grab this one caller, find that record. Look at him. He done threw his hands up.
See, he didn't have it.
All right, I'm giving you time. I'm gonna take this caller. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it. Caller. And Boost Mobile. All right.
I wanted to say something when you're speaking about ambition. Ambition precedes expectations, and expectations always lead to failure. So you can be ambitious and, have ideas of what you want. Say that again.
You said always lead to failure?
Expectations lead to failure, yes.
Always?
Yes. When you have expectations, because expectations to...
You talking about in context of relationship?
In context to a relationship.
That's interesting.
I mean, depending upon, you can't say it. Let me not say always, because it depends on the type of expectations you have, but expectations do oftentimes, let me rephrase that, it oftentimes lead to failures. So I see what you were saying when you were speaking about ambition and being in this particular society and things like that, and how it could cause certain troubles when you're like on the grind, and it's not just about love and what you guys have together and just being still, like you were stating with the Eastern spiritualities and religion. When you have a certain type of ambition and you have expectations along with it, it could bring about some troubles.
But in my relationship, it doesn't bring trouble at all, because in fact, and my partner is exactly that, more spiritual and very like, Rachel, be calm, take this moment and let's enjoy what we have created. Enjoy where you are in life. I enjoy where I am in life. Mm-hmm. So that is something he is teaching me, and I have my parts that I'm teaching him.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
What's he gonna say?
No,
What's he gonna say?
Hey.
Okay, I'm on defensive. Okay,
Hey,
my little crab.
Whoa.
My little claws came out real quick.
I know. I do all the time.
What's up?
Hey. There's a great book out there. What's it called? I always tell people to get it. It's on my website, in my bookshelf. On my website, I have a bookshelf. I've read over 4,000 books.
Wow.
So I have a bookshelf. Not all 4,000 is up there, but Jesus. It's a difficult process getting those books up there. But let me tell you now. Power versus Force.
Yes.
Dr. David Hawkins. What's very interesting in his works, white people are weird too, so I get a little funny style with whites. Oh, I get to tell the truth.
Are you half white?
No.
Oh.
I get to tell the truth. Okay? All right? I get to tell the truth. Don't mean I don't like white people. I got a lot of white friends. You know how they say, I got a lot of black friends.
I know. Same thing.
It's the same shit. Except I don't have no power to enforce poverty on them. But that's another story. No, but this is the thing that bothers me. Like, white people will study Eastern shit and then reorganize it under their white banner.
Right.
Madame Blavatsky did it. And then she becomes the world's preeminent occultist. Wait a minute, but you're studying all of this shit in ancient Asia. Over there in India, the Tao, Hinduism. You studying all their shit, and then you become the preeminent authority on. Wait, hold on. Where you from? Russia? Okay, cool. So now you're the authority. That's the only thing that bothers me about white people. Y'all go study your shit and then become the authority of your shit.
Right.
So that bothers me.
Right.
Dr. David Hawkins was no exception to this rule. Dope ass book though. Power versus force. And through the study of, the body using kinesiology, he studied that when the truth is present, you physically get stronger. When lies are present, you physically get weaker.
True.
And he did this little scale of consciousness from 0. Well, I think the lowest is 50, the numbering, and the highest is 1,000. So he was like, people like Jesus and Buddha and all of them, they were at 1,000. Has so much energy in their being that physically they couldn't be here that long. Just their bodies couldn't contain all of that energy.
Supernovas.
Yeah,
Right.
just Jesus. But when you start looking at his scale of consciousness, I think it starts at apathy or some shit like that. At 50. Then it jumps to 75. No, it jumps to 100, which is fear. Then it goes to 200, which is neutrality.
You skip like pride
and anger and all of that. Yeah,
Right.
175.
All of that's below 200.
All that's below. Neutrality is 200.
Okay.
Like that's the neutral space where you start getting some balance in your life. 400 is intellect, thought. 500 is love. This is where it gets weird. 540 is joy. Nigga, what's the difference between love and joy? I'll slap the shit out of you. You just needed another number.
Right.
So, I read that way. Like, I don't read from a perspective of this is true. I'm reading from a perspective of show me that this is true, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm finna go out here and practice some of this shit to see if it's real.
Right.
I'm not an acceptor of nothing.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but what I found to be interesting was he made a statement that I thought was just hella profound. He said, the average human being is vibrating at a level of 100, which is fear.
Wow.
He said, now, the planet, on the other hand, is vibrating at 204. And he said, that's because there's 12 motherfuckers who are vibrating so high that they counterbalance everybody else and raise the planet to 204.
And it just reached over 204 in like the 80s or something.
Some shit.
Apparently, this is what he
This is
measured.
what he talking about.
But before the 80s, it was like 199, which is like the level of pride, which is still destructive because apparently it's below 200.
It's just, ugh.
Yeah, pride is
So,
So when the indigo children were born.
but he said something else though.
Yeah.
But then he said something else that I thought was amazing. It made me think. I was like, what if this motherfucker is right? Because he was a scientist. So he had little girls pushing over big dudes, little guys muscle-bound guys couldn't push the little girl's arm down. He was doing all of these tests to show that truth makes you stronger and falsehood makes you weaker. He broke it all the way down to the science of words. He was like, don't use these words because these words disempower you energetically.
I agree.
He broke all of this down. But he said only 0.4% of the planet Earth, of the inhabitants of planet Earth, the human beings on this motherfucker, will ever get a chance to experience love.
Wow.
Because of the energy that they're consistently vibrating on. Listen, I be looking at motherfuckers. I look through people.
Me too.
I see agendas. I see all kind of shit. Like, it's just crazy the way we interact with each other. And then at the same time, it's crazy what we expect, and it's crazy what we think we have. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for niggas. I'm sorry. Did I rain on your parade? You don't love Sarah. I'm blaming Sarah for all of this shit. Yo, DJ, did you get it? Oh, shit. Listen, we're about to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get back to our discussion. I think the ladies are taking a thorough ass whooping. This is like Mayweather versus McGregor. It's ass whoopings getting handed down to the ladies.
Speak for yourself.
You are getting beat up.
No.
I have to disagree.
Our topic is true
one.
love real or not? A deeper look into whether or not agape resides in most intimate relationships. And if not, why? We're about to play this record. I hope it touches your heart. We'll be back at 2.2. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I'm out. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is back in the building. Look. Guilty.
Oh, you guys
guilty. Guilty. And guilty. None of these ladies in here know how to love. No, I'm just kidding. We've had an incredible topic today. And we're just talking about, is true love real? Is it real?
Yes.
They like, yeah, hell yeah, hell
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
But didn't I explain that there's a difference between unconditional love and these conditional relationships that you guys build?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yikes. Yes. And oftentimes women don't know the difference between unconditional or love and performance.
Right.
If the relationships are transactional, you think he loves you because he's doing something for you. I just love y'all face. Look at these faces.
I was just thinking of something else. That's not why
I was thinking of something too. You know what I was thinking?
What, Mimi?
I was thinking that you can love someone unconditionally, but you can notice that they don't have that same unconditional love for you. Therefore, your pride and your ego will eventually step in because you're feeling like you're somewhat being played because you feel like, hey, no, seriously. No, that's real talk. I'll give you an example of that. Recently, one of my friends, their brother went to the hospital, and we went to the hospital to see the brother, and his wife didn't go. And so my friend went in the hospital to go talk to the brother, and the husband was standing outside talking to me, and he was damn near in tears, and he's like, you know, my sister died about a month ago. Now my brother's about to die, and my wife is not here with me.
Because she don't love him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So he was saying that he can't believe that his wife wasn't there for him. Therefore, it made him feel some kind of way. So he told me ever since she hasn't been there for the sister's death and the brother's death, it made him get weird in the relationship. My example of that is prior to that, he loved the crap out of her. But now that this has happened, it hurt him because he loves his brother. He loves his family. And he feels like, oh, you're not there for me at my time, my lowest time of my life.
Okay.
So what do I have here?
So let me just come in and clear that up.
Help me.
Number one, where there is unconditional love, there is no pride or ego.
Right.
That's number one.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So the love they fucking with is diet anyway.
Right. I got you.
It's diet anyway, because whatever her reasoning, because we don't have the context for why she didn't show up.
Right.
Right? But if we found out the context and it so happens to be some frivolous shit,
right,
then you can say, oh, well, they don't really love each other.
Right.
But if you find out that it's some meaningful shit, the reason why she couldn't be there, then he childish.
Right. I agree because I don't know the background of it. I just know that it was a tear in his eye and he was very hurt because that's his wife, and a woman is supposed to be a nurturer, and he's like, I'm here with you guys. I don't even know the brother.
But see, sometimes I think that's where we get into trouble is men are supposed to, women are supposed to.
I agree.
And I think that's a big ass block for actually loving somebody. Listen, love is not performance based. It's just not. It's not transactional. We've made it transactional. Most people don't understand that a lot of your common day beliefs as it pertains to intimate relationships were not created by relationship specialists. It was created by economists.
Right.
So we enter the relationship with an investment payoff mentality. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Go against me, Mimi. I'm here.
But I think it waters down the relationship. If you have a side piece and she's calling to check on the brother and you're the wife and you're not, I'm just using an example. Like say if the guy has a side piece, right? And his wife is not there at the hospital, but the side piece is more concerned, or whomever is more concerned. I think again, you're right, because ego and pride have nothing to do with it. But at the same time, I think that's a watering down effect, because I think that person is hurt. They're at the lowest part of their life and they need you. It's not that it's a transaction, it's that you should know your man needs you. If this is your man and you know that's his sister and that's his brother and they both are, one's dying and one is dead, common sense would tell you to be there for your man. And
I guarantee you, Mimi, there's something in that dude's character that reflects her behavior.
Okay.
And if he has a side piece, that's probably the reason she not at the hospital.
Right.
But for me, what I want to say is like...
Well, that makes sense.
No, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, this relationship is like doomed from the beginning.
Right.
I feel like love is should be loving a person's relationship with the divine and whatever that experience entails. Like, for instance, what you were saying, the wife wasn't there at the hospital while her husband's brother was dying. The sister just died. He may have a certain contract with the spirit world that he had to experience that alone.
Okay.
You know, and so if we could love each other, and I'm not perfect when it comes to love, not at all, but I do aim to love my mate for their own journey in life, whether I'm supposed to be there for every moment or certain moments I'm not supposed to be there due to certain circumstances, that you have some type of soul connection with the divine, that they're trying to teach you a story.
This is
right,
big.
That's true.
This is big.
Right, because it's a lesson.
Big.
It's a lesson in it. Absolutely.
Watch this. This is big. Because we ain't got shit internally, the external shit means more.
Right. I got you. I got you.
So now you gotta be at the graduation. You gotta be at all the little, and I'm telling you they little, but when you have love, them shits are more meaningful.
Right.
But when you don't have love, they become obligations. I'm sorry. I hate to just be the cloud.
But I agree.
No, it's so real though. We need you. It's so real.
I hate to be the cloud, but that's what we do.
But I think friends do that as well. If your friend is having your best friend is having a birthday party tonight and she's been at all your birthday parties, if you don't show up tonight, she's pissed.
Yeah.
Or she's talking about you.
I think some people
Tasha didn't come.
But you know what? I think some people are more in love with their friends than they are with their mates.
Some people are. Some people are. But that's sad, because you shouldn't put, honestly, if you're married, you shouldn't put anybody that's on the outside before your mate.
Listen, you got some friendship. Call me right now. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. Call me if you know somebody who has friendship relationships that last longer than their marriage.
Yes.
I
see that. I see friendships lasting longer than marriages. And I think that's because we're in the age of Aquarius, which rules friendships and connections to your friends overall rather than love. And it's actually opposite of the sign of Leo, where Leo rules love or unconditional love. And even when it comes to relationships nowadays, we put more emphasis, and there needs to be more of an emphasis on the friendship of the relationship. If we can focus more on the friendship, then the love can be more sustainable.
To be friends.
Yes, I do.
It's hard to be friends with people.
Well, earlier we were saying how when you put expectations on a relationship, that relationship is kind of doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
So do you think that also friendship is also like easier to hold on to because we don't really go into friendship with expectations.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, it's like, do we vibe? Are we cool?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to check in with you. I don't have to do this to you.
And there's no real commitment to one person in a friendship. Like, imagine if you could only have one friend.
No, right.
Then you probably run into some problems.
True. Because I have two best friends, so then maybe one is the side chick.
The side friend.
But I don't know. I have, I guess, a different experience. I have all types of friends, but I don't even put my friends together as a mixture because they could begin to compete with each other. So my experience is, because I have friends that are professional, I have friends that are, we just go hang out, or I have friends that we make money. If I put my friend from my job with my friend that's my social friend, and my friend that she and I are talking about money, and my other friends there, she'll say, "Oh, dude, you talked to her the whole night. That was real." Like they start feeling a competitive thing. So I tend to disagree. Friends get jealous, at least my friends do, and they get jealous of your relationship with the other person. If I have a ticket to go to the Oscars tomorrow and I have 20 friends and I pick one, the other friends feel shaded and they're like, "Oh, you chose such and such."
That's some women though.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I understand people do that, and I understand that is the norm. I think I can honestly say that I don't feel like that about any of my friends, because what I would like for I would like for me to leave you in a room of anyone, and you can have a conversation. You'll insert yourself in the conversation, and I do think that that's a woman thing. Unfortunately,
no, it is a woman thing.
This competition thing. So I try really hard to kind of stay away from that, and I'm not that, so I don't think I really attract it. Not saying that you are, but I just make a point.
Oh no, I don't attract it. It's just
let her finish her thought before you grab the microphone. Jesus.
Okay. That was pretty much it. That was it.
You sure?
My bad.
That was good.
I mean, that last syllable didn't get heard.
My bad. And as an engineer, I fucked up.
As the engineer, this guy.
But I heard you say that that's a woman thing. I've had that situation with other dude friends where they're like, "Yo, like, why does this dude get to do this with you?" And you know.
Here.
You need to go get DNA tests to see if those are actually dudes.
But you know, I've had guy friends. I have a lot of play brothers and a lot of people I grew up with, and it's the same thing. If I choose one to do something with, because I have a lot of hookups. I'm a person. I bring a lot to the table.
Mimi got hookups.
I have hookups, right? And I'm the type of person I want to see everyone succeed. But I pay attention to people. Right. Everybody doesn't deserve the hookup I'm about to give them. So I might give it to you because you're headed down that road, or I might give it to him and say other people are looking on. Why did you choose them? People, whether they tell you or not, believe me, it's in the back of their mind. You know what I mean? Some of them are just bold enough to say it to you. Some people are just telling their other friend about you. Like, can you believe Mimi took such and such? You know, I've been knowing her for 20 years. You've been knowing her for 2.
I have friends who are like, "Yo, why you haven't had me at Dash?" Like, because they see what goes on here, and like they have nothing to do with entertainment, but they're like, "Yo, why can't I go? Why can't I be there?"
Exactly. I agree.
I guess I'm just lucky that I don't have those friends, or I have associates, but I have 2 friends.
Well, you know, I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I realized that there are many different people in the world, and my personality is very much, who is around me is very, very much like me. It's a very, very small circle, but that there's a con to that, which means I don't get a lot of connection. I don't like. It takes me longer to get to where I'm going versus someone like Mimi, who has a little bit of everyone in her circle. Mm-hmm. You know, you might have some people that you don't always have your best interest at heart, or you gotta keep them at like they have a certain time
but
that
they have
week.
A resource.
You got 2 minutes this week. I'm done with you, but I'm sure you have so much more resources than I have. Yeah, so it's just different personalities, pros and cons to both.
So let me bring it all the way back. Let me bring it all the way back because the girls got into their little chatty mode. It's fine. We can have some chat time. But the topic is true love. Real or no?
Yes.
I don't think it's real.
Yes,
I told you I'm a love agnostic today. I believe it's on y'all to prove that it's real. The world is fucked up. And you hear women say a lot. If a woman was in control, shit would be different. Do you agree?
Yes, mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, but women gave birth to all these evil motherfuckers who's running it. Yeah, and women are participating in this evil society. So you can't, women be talking like you guys are separate from this society, and you're here taking advantage of it.
We're still individuals.
I'm a love agnostic. And I believe women, if you truly believed in love, you could have unconditional love for the men that you create your children with.
Yep.
Because you definitely love the kids unconditionally, and you love them differently than you love the dude you made them with. Why is that, ladies?
My situation is different. I could be with my children's fathers to this day if they did not put me in harm's way. So that's the only thing. The only reason why I am not even in a relationship right now is due to physical violence and abuse.
Right.
If I had to protect myself. But if it wasn't for those things, we could have worked through anything, even the cheating, the lying, and all of that stuff. Because if we had our goals and that ambition to get there, we could work through anything. But if you're going to potentially kill me, we can't get through nothing.
That is a reason to leave.
Right.
We have to give that one.
And you know what? I told my story last week, and I mean, I have a very horrible domestic violence story, but I'll be here to tell you, my kid's father called me about a week and a half ago to tell me he fell in a restaurant. Now, why would he be calling me? Because the thing about it is, even though I don't like what he did to me, I'm not an angry, bitter black woman.
Right.
See, a lot of times people go through things and they become angry and bitter.
Yes.
That's not my fabric. Now, I don't care for what he did to me. If he was to ever do it again, then it'd probably be one of his last days, you know, around this part. But at the end of the day,
around this part.
But at the end of the day, though, he still reached out to me, and I said that to say that shows who I am.
Right.
So I love him unconditionally. That I hope he doesn't pass out tomorrow, but I don't want anything to do with that brother because he did something to me that could have very well taken my own life. You know, I love myself more than to let someone do that to me.
I think you can unconditionally love someone from a distance.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
There's Sarah. I think you can absolutely love someone unconditionally from a distance.
Yeah, you can.
From a distance.
Diana Ross is also an Aries, and you do come off with that nice, lovely, passionate energy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yo! We got callers on the line. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. What's your name, caller? Speak on it.
Darnell, Tuscaloosa.
Darnell from Tuscaloosa. What up, Darnell? Hey, put the speaker, put the headphone, put Darnell on the speakers in here. Let's hear it.
Yeah, what up, Zoe? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Darnell. Speak on it, man. What you got to say?
First, I want to say what up, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, somebody know you. This Darnell from Tuscaloosa. Hey, can you see the footage? I'm going to put her. She got a little black dress, got a little leg showing and everything. Don't be scared. Look at me. Sarah, look over here.
Hi.
Go ahead, Darnell, with your creepy ass.
Yeah, I wanna speak on it. What I gotta say, I think love is cool, but I think love comes with discernment. But I think it's really about more being of the ground, like grounded. I got my partner Sugar Free said this shit one time. You could talk positive, you could talk negative, but you still won't be heard, seen, or felt without the ground. You get what I'm saying? So you could try to run game all you want to, you still won't be seen, heard, or felt without using the ground to make your point or purpose of what you're talking about or what you're trying to do. So love to me is more like a subjective, like is more of a perspective of what you make it of. That's why you see people like, oh, he loved me and all that, but it really, they have no idea or can't even identify what love really is. But they just run around basically running the muck, making the mock out of love. So I don't really like to use that concept of love. I mean, love could be really anything what people make it to me, but more me, I just try to use the ground, or more stay grounded and move in that.
All right, man. I appreciate the call. You always get metaphysical and deep from Alabama. Don't think brothers from Alabama is Bama. That brother came in here with some deep shit to say now.
That's right.
Yeah, we appreciate the call. Thank you so much. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? Welcome to the Voice of Reason. Speak on it.
What up, man? Hustle from Miami.
Hustle from Miami. What's happening, PM?
Yeah, nigga, you tried to feel love in the 2 hours?
Oh, exactly. I think I did a good job shutting them down.
You already know it ain't gonna happen, but
yeah, I know they're gonna be dancing and pop locking around the questions and shit. That's what they were doing. They were performing. No, you didn't.
Shit. I feel like, man, I think the question needs to be asked, do you believe there's different types of love?
Yes.
You know, they talk about unconditional, agape, and all that. I mean, the way I look at it, and I'm glad you said yes, I just feel like we split it up to make it easier to attain something we were never meant to.
Wow.
Because when you get what I'm saying? When you start talking about, well, if I love him this way, if I love him that way, then you could try to at least focus on one or two things. But when you talk about love, you're talking about something spiritual, something energetic, something that's beyond our full understanding.
Right.
You know, you get what I mean?
No, I get it.
Like and I guess, let's put it this way, man. Love ain't about the other person. How about we start there?
How about it?
Right?
That's right, Hustle.
It ain't got nothing to do with the next man. It ain't got nothing to do with your lady. It's something that's going to be whether or not you choose to participate or not. You feel me?
Man, I love it, bruh. I appreciate all of the insight. Hustle's back in here.
Yes.
On my team, slapping y'all down.
I mean, that does remind me.
We appreciate it, brother. We'll get with you, mate.
That does remind me something that I've heard that I've always liked is what's the difference between someone that loves someone or thinks that they love someone? What's the difference?
Infatuation and love? The difference?
But if you say, I love that person.
Oh,
and
or
you truly, I love that person. What's the difference between me saying I love that person and to you thinking I love that person? What is the difference?
Wow.
And I've heard that since I was a kid, and I've always thought of it, and I've always really liked it.
What about this quote right here? Listen to this, ladies. I want you all to respond and react. We're born alone. We live alone. We die alone. Only through our love and friendships can we create the illusion for the moment that we are not alone.
Agree.
Orson Wells. Is love just some kind of placebo that just makes us feel good in the moment? I'm talking about the concept of it, the ideation. That's why we got all these different variations of it. Well, I love you different than I love this person, or I love this person different than I... Is that why we got that shit? Just to make the dash in between the birth date and the death date meaningful?
Oh, right.
Eek.
Yeah.
But you know what? Some people have children and they'll love one child more than the other child. You talk about unconditional love, right?
Yeah.
But somebody might have 5 kids and they like the third kid better than the other 5.
You mean like Ricky and Doughboy?
Right, right. I mean, I have a friend, he has 8 kids, and he likes 2 kids the best, and all the kids know it, and he lets it be known. I love these particular kids the most because I wanted these 2 kids. Your mamas had you because they wanted them.
You 3 niggas is accidents. Y'all the accident babies.
That's terrible.
And they let it be known. And the other children, I mean, he loves the other kids, but he lets that be known.
But could that be an act of love by telling them the truth? Is not love the truth?
Right. And he loves them, but my point that I'm making
I don't
is
really
that,
love y'all like that.
yeah, I love you, but not as much as I love these other 2. If they need something and y'all 8 need something, I'm going to give it to these 2 and I give you I mean, that's basically how it operated. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. So there's a funny thing with unconditional love because there it is. That's your child. We spoke about children, but some people will pick one child over the other, or some parents don't even raise their kids. They put them up for adoption. They let their grandparents raise them.
Yeah.
So it could be so many things, even though we say unconditional love is with your child, but some people don't illustrate that.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people beat their kid, put them in the oven, say the black man killed him and they killed him. Say, you feel me? Like, there's so many angles to the game. It's not all the same.
Well, I'm going to come back because the ladies have been all over the place.
Okay.
I'm going to come back and let you guys wrap it up. We need a summation of today's show. On a scale of 1 to 10, How easy is it for these 4 individuals to love unconditionally? And we're not talking about your kids or your parents. Mm-hmm. We're talking about somebody. And if you haven't reached that level, that's fine. Unconditional love, my niggas. Starting with this one, Sarah.
10 being the full capacity to
Bam!
unconditionally love, and 1 being nothing.
Yep.
Or 0 being nothing.
Just go on and say 0.
I'm not gonna overestimate it because it's a lot of work. I would say I don't like putting numbers on it.
We're still on radio. Jesus.
It doesn't
Pregnant
feel right
pause.
putting a number on it.
You just gonna be difficult today?
I don't know.
What
It's
you
just
do?
something about it just feels wrong to
Goddess
like put
of war?
unconditional love on
Right.
like a spectrum
Okay, let's do it another
like
way.
that.
Somebody
Like,
said, I
I'm
like
a 5.
it. They
Like,
said,
That's a
I like
total
it.
oxymoron. Period.
yeah, like
No,
I
it
don't
isn't.
know.
Or
Yes, it
paradox.
is.
You cannot put
Have you
unconditional
reached it?
love on a
On a
number
scale,
line.
like
Have you reached it?
yes,
You've reached unconditional love.
yes,
You.
yes, I have.
When?
What do you mean when? Like
I'm just saying. You
like
still,
which relationship of mine? My relationship from college.
you still love him?
Absolutely. But it's
Unconditional?
unconditionally. After and it's been years. But but it's like the thing where a relationship would never work.
Right.
But you can still love someone, and he doesn't live in the state or anything. So it's literally just a pure like
energy of love.
yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. Women seem to have this invisible ghost love, but it's cool. I'm
Just
still
because you don't believe me.
love agnostic today.
Okay.
Mimi?
I believe I've experienced unconditional love, but I feel like right now, obviously, I'm not in a place where that's happening, but I've experienced it. The person that I was with, they had more kids than I tend to like people to have. I enjoy.
There's a condition for you.
Yeah, I don't like when you got like 9 kids. You got way too many for Mimi. Mimi ain't with that. You know what I mean? And anybody 7 different women, that's way out of my ballpark. You feel me? But it was a person that I was dating, and I didn't know at first, but when I found out, I still loved them. It didn't make me run, because that would make me run. They had things about them that should make me run for the hills, you know? But I stayed in there. I said, I must really love this clown. Not like that, but I must really love him because I'm going for stuff I don't go for.
Right.
Rachel?
Am I there yet?
Rachel! I'm sorry, that's Batman.
I know.
Rachel!
I've heard it a time or two. Am I there yet? No. And I say that because
Rachel is the only one.
Just because you don't believe it.
Rachel, I got a bag of chips for you after the show. Just remind me.
I love chips so much. Because I just love myself way too much right now. I'm way too selfish.
Self-absorbed.
I am.
There we go.
I'm going to be honest.
Somebody is telling the truth. Somebody, God damn it. I love it. Rachel, you the shit.
Yes, I believe there's unconditional love as our Creator loves us unconditionally, but the Creator still has certain reprimands according to the behaviors that we may display. We get in trouble. We have karma. We have other universal laws, but that doesn't mean that the Creator does not love us, unconditionally. So yes, I have experienced unconditional love myself. The people that I have encountered, even if they were friends that wronged me, if I ever loved them or if I ever love you, I will love you for forever. I know that we are human. We make mistakes, but we are here to learn, to grow, and to experience life. By the way, I'm an astrologer. Get in contact with me if you want to get an astrology reading, thorough one, and I also teach astrology as well.
Well, what's your email and all that other stuff?
You could check out my website, astrologicschool.com. You can email me at kateria.know@gmail.com. That's kateria.know@gmail.com.
Well, I don't think the women did a great job today.
What?
I don't. Listen, I love y'all. But you guys have educated men on why, in most cases, it's a bad deal to put all your chips into one of them. They're going to break you, boy. They're going to break your pockets. They're going to break your heart. They're going to break everything. You heard them. contradictions, faulty beliefs, limited beliefs.
We are human and we're growing.
Hey,
we're not
Thank
perfect.
you. Ashe.
Thank you,
Did
Sarah.
anyone on this panel say they were perfect?
Hey,
No.
hey,
No.
hey,
Okay.
hey.
But we feel love.
Right.
Hey.
We won.
Listen. Hey. You guys was doing it all wrong today.
Tell us how.
Because you guys don't realize that love is about the spiritual maturation of your soul. It's not about getting what you want. Listen, within the first 15 minutes of the show, I shut you guys down. Unconditional love versus unconditional relationships. Standards for the relationship, not for the love.
I spoke on that.
We just
you were in contradiction of that.
No, I spoke on that.
Yes, you were, damn it.
I spoke about loving a person's connection to the divine and why they existed on planet Earth.
And we talked about how you guys have an inability to do that.
No, we do have an ability to do that. That doesn't mean that we are going to be hurt by a person's actions.
You know, you should have been on last week's show. Right?
So
last week's show was powerful.
Then Zoe, what are the steps in order to achieve?
There we go.
Tell us, school us.
There
Let
we
us
go.
know.
I may do a class on this.
All right, we're ready.
Yes, but only next week.
No short briefing? You don't have the answers because you don't got the answers.
You gotta go on Google. I'm just kidding.
No, really, we're just over time.
Okay,
We were supposed to be out of here.
That's true. Okay.
Right.
I ain't got a problem schooling you.
But real quick, have you ever been in love unconditionally?
Hold on, this is my show. You don't never get
We want to know.
And we're gone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you guys.